Welcome back. Well, if you or your department are looking for the best way to train your officers, look no further than smart firearm training devices. I'm here with Arno. And Arno, I tell you what, I've been following you guys for years. We've had you on the show before. Every time you're on, you wow us with something new. And this year is no different. Tell us a little bit about your company.
Sure. Smart Firearms Training Devices, we were born in the need that we found out that law enforcement needed better training guns. We used to train with rubber guns. I'm a retired police officer from the state of New York. And we'd have these rubber, basically door stops, where you'd hold it in your hand. It had no working trigger. You'd have to say bang, bang when you did any sort of room clearing type of training. And we were creating some really bad habits, training scars. So when I retired, before that I had discovered Smart Firearms Training Devices, and we integrated them into the New York State Police before I retired, and then I came to work for them afterwards. Knowing that police officers need the best training tools. If you want the police officers to do the best jobs on the road, then they need the support from companies like us to provide them the best training tools.
And this is going to break them of some bad habits, but it's also going to instill in them some very good solutions.
Right. We like to say we'd like to reinforce their already good training. We believe in the instructors in the police academies do a good job. But over time, whether it's be from inexperience, from being a very young officer and still not having that muscle memory that we want them to have, or maybe becoming to the point where they've been on for a long time and they're starting to maybe forget a few things that they've done or learned in the past. So we like to reinforce good training, but also catch an unsafe act when it's happening, because an instructor only has two eyes. They're watching a lot of things during any type of training, and they don't always have time to watch just what the finger's doing, and that's where our device takes over.
Now, right here in front of us, a number of examples.
Yes, we have three different models here. We have the SF300 Instructor Series, which fits into Glock-style training holsters. We have the SF250 Instructor Series, which fits Smith & Wesson M&P. And then we have the SF-M4, which simulates, obviously, an AR-15 or M4 style rifle. All of these used in law enforcement, and all with a lot of great features now.
Well, walk us through this 350.
Absolutely. So the SF300 Instructor Series, what's really great about it, it has a lot of features that some of your other training guns would have. We have a red laser. We have a red laser, so when you shoot, you can see where somebody is shooting during a scenario. That's great, but we need so much more than that. We have what we call our trigger guard intrusion alert system. If a finger goes into the trigger guard and somebody is not shooting, an alarm goes off, tells you to keep your finger off the trigger. So anytime that they do that and they are hanging out in that area too long without shooting, then it alerts you as the student and the instructor. So hopefully that student will self-correct when they hear that. Nobody wants to put their finger in that trigger guard in front of other students, and peer pressure is a wonderful thing sometimes. But if they are involved in some sort of a situation where they have to shoot, we have the gunshot sound that goes off. So again, it alerts your instructor that force was used. So if you have a team of 4 going into a room and you can't see exactly where everybody's fingers are doing what, the gun tells you. And not only does it do that when it shoots, but there's an actual LED light that flashes inside the gun to say this was the gun that went off. So if there's 4 people and you don't know who shot the unarmed civilian with a cell phone, you can look at the gun and know which gun was one that went off.
Now, that isn't where it stops, because, you try to make it as realistic as possible, and you've done that with the addition of a magazine as well.
Yes. So, number one, we've added tungsten weights to this. The tungsten weight adds a lot of weight to the gun to get it to the point of about an unloaded weapon. We have a weighted cover. We have automatic round counting abilities. So now we can set the gun to go empty at any point. And it's user programmable. We don't do it at the factory. You do it through manipulation of the trigger. You can program it to 10, 15, 20, 17, whatever you want. So it goes empty. When it goes empty, you have to remove the magazine and place a new magazine in for it to reset. So if I were to, let's just say, take the magazine out right now, this is called a tactical reload. I still have one in the chamber. So if I shot, I could still fire. But now it's empty. The gun knows it's empty because it shot that only round that was in the chamber. I reload it, and now it's ready to go again. So
that really puts the smart in smart firearms training.
it does, and we've listened to our customers. Anytime we talk to customers and they say, "Oh, it would be great if we have this," we listen and we try to do it. We put a random jam mode in this now, so I can have the gun randomly while you're in an active shooter situation, all of a sudden jam up. Now you have to do a clearing on the gun, make it fire again. So by adding all these extra features, I think a lot of the training guns in the past will shoot forever. You can shoot 100 rounds before it will go empty with different types of CO2 powered guns or things like that. It's not realistic. We need guns that act as close to the real thing as possible to help our police officers.
Now, companion to that, we also have another version here.
Right, and that's the SF250, which is the Smith & Wesson M&P, all the exact same features. Every agency has different style guns, so we try to fit the two main ones, and we are coming out with a Sig Sauer P320 version also. We have some out there. We're just going through the final testing phase, so they're going to be available anytime now. And the M4. I'm very proud of this. So we've had this platform for a few years now, but we did some major upgrades to it this year. We redesigned the boards on this one to be the same as the pistols. So now all the features that we love on our pistol are also in the rifle. So we can adjust the round count. Say your agency is a 30-round magazine agency, no problem. It's programmed for 30 rounds. You want 20, you want 10, or do you want random jam mode? Again, we can do all of the same things. What's nice about the rifle is it has the working charging handle, working bolt, the assist, forward assist, everything that the rifle would have. So you can do weapons familiarization with a non-gun. A lot of agencies talk to me about that. They don't want to always put a live gun into the student's hand for the first time without them actually being able to manipulate all the functions. Our gun can do that.
And with those functions, if there is that jam that comes up, I have to go through all the same motions. I can do that with what you have.
Right. A lot of, if you notice, a lot of systems, they cheat where you don't have to take the magazine all the way out. Maybe you have to just open a little bit. No, you have to remove our magazine fully out of the gun for it to clear. There's no cheating with our guns. And it's not because we're trying to have fun with the officer. We really want to train them for the best outcome of a bad situation. So if we're not training them properly from day one, then we're not going to get the results we want when they really need them.
And Arno, you do less lethal as well, is that correct?
So we do less lethal training also. We do have a training style CEW, conductor electrical weapon, similar to a Taser X2 style. That is something that we created for a lot of the simulator companies. So one of the things we do is we provide our training guns and our training CEW tool for simulator companies. Because we are a technology company, we can program these guns to shoot in different pulse lengths, different requirements, different lasers, depending on the company that needs our products. So your top 5 simulator companies are all using one of our products. And we've even had agencies where maybe they bought the system from somebody else, but they'd like the features of our pistol, so we can program our guns to their system as well. So it's not something they have to buy right from the factory. We have the capabilities to adapt to them. The Taser style tools come to some major upgrades. We're adding some special sound effects to that one to adapt that to scenario training also.
So you really do have an entire suite of solutions, but you haven't stopped there. As I mentioned, you're always forward looking, something else out there. Companion to these devices right here, can we go take a look at your new shot box?
Absolutely.
Well, Arno, I tell you what, this, just by looking at it, it's already impressive. Tell us what it does.
So this is Scenario Trainer's Gunshot Box. Anytime in the training field, when we see something that can help our customers, we want to see if we can help integrate it with our products also. So Tim Richardson from Scenario Trainer created this item called the Gunshot Box. What it does is it simulates real gunshot sound without the need for hearing protection. Ear's safe, but electronically controlled. There are no consumables. It's not blank fire, because the problem with blank fire is there's consumables. It costs money, $1 every shot.
Yeah.
With something like this, we have had our gun basically talk to this gunshot box, so when it goes off, oops, oh, look at that, my finger was on the trigger, okay? As I was talking, I put my finger on the trigger too soon. My gun caught that. But when I shoot, now, the show here makes us cover this up because Unfortunately, I think we'd both be in trouble if I were shooting this off here, and the sound is so realistic that people would literally think that a gun had gone off here.
But still not loud enough that you need hearing protection.
No, it's under 124 decibels, so if you were in the room with it, we have hearing protection, obviously, that you can wear if it's constantly going off all day long, if you're the bad guy all day long. But if you're the good guy, what's nice about this is it also has a remote control that can set it off. So if you're leading a team of people to do a building clearing technique, you're the facilitator, you're walking behind your team of 4. You have the remote control that activates this from a few hundred yards away. And if your team is going too slow and you want them to speed up, you start hitting that button a little faster. You don't have to be talking on your cell phone or radioing into the team in the room to make more noise. You're doing it because you're watching your team. If you need them to slow down because they're going too fast, you can slow them down by not hitting as many shots. Then they work into room by room mode. Once our guns get into range, so we say optimal is 80 feet or less. Once our guns are in range, then our guns will use that to create the real gunshot sounds. And we put visible red lasers in these, so if somebody was filming the scenario, they'd be able to see where the red laser hits are too, so we can know where they're shooting.
That is great. Now, I see it's also compatible with your M4.
So that is our next integration, actually. We are creating the M4 version to talk with this. It'll be available in a couple months. And there's even a portable version of the gunshot box coming out, a backpack version. So your bad guy who's going through the school can be going portable with real gunshot sounds, moving from room to room. And so now the chase is on as far as active shooter goes. So again, we're trying to give you the most realism in a scenario, but without the hindrances of safety protection. The problem with normal projectile-based training is you're wearing face masks, your visibility is cut down, they're fogging up. There's a lot of people that are claustrophobic and you don't want them falling down stairs when they're fogging up with the masks. Lack of communication skills. But by using our products that simulate the gunshot sound now, the realistic gunshot functions of going empty, but in a safe environment where you don't need any sort of eye or hearing protection, then we've got all the benefits that we need.
Well, with that said, Arno, right now, I know you have to have the attention. All of our viewers out there, what's the best way for them to learn more about smart firearm training devices and all that you carry?
Absolutely. So our website is www.smartfirearms.us. I'm the director of sales. You can always email me at arno@smartfirearms.us. And our phone number is 833-602-SFTD or 7383. 833-602-7383.
Easy enough. Arno, thanks for being on again.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. I really appreciate what you do for the training community.